Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
Honestly, he is unlikely to go very far in his career. While he may work hard at his tasks, he doesn't really push himself forward or fight for a better position. If a challenge comes, he's more likely to step back or avoid it than try to overcome it.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is more likely to break down than bounce back. He tends to get upset and takes setbacks to heart, sometimes losing his cool or withdrawing from the situation. You may notice him becoming moody or distant after a rough day.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not usually liked or respected at work. He keeps to himself and doesn't put much effort into being polite or friendly with others. So he might not have many friends at the job. Most of the time, others might avoid him and he misses out on support and teamwork.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he is likely to feel insecure rather than proud. Your success might make him uncomfortable and he could react by withdrawing or becoming distant instead of cheering you on. He could even become moody or avoid talking about your achievements altogether.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is likely to feel insecure and quietly resentful. He won't openly fight or argue about it, but you may sense his discomfort in small ways, maybe through cold silence, distance, or a lack of support for your achievements. Over time, this can create a gap between you both.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not very organized when it comes to handling money, so he might spend without thinking things through. He doesn't plan ahead or keep careful track of his expenses, and it's easy for him to forget about saving for important needs. Don't expect him to have a clear money plan or set financial goals.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to spend on things that catch his eye without thinking about what he can truly afford. While he doesn't show off loudly or try to impress others with big gestures, he may still buy things that stretch his budget just because he feels like it in the moment. Don't expect him to save wisely or say no to unnecessary expenses.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is neither very open handed nor particularly kind. He doesn't go out of his way to help or support others, and you can't expect generous gestures from him. If someone needs help, he's more likely to step back than offer a hand.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be quiet and a bit secretive about money simply because he doesn't want to deal with the stress of talking about it. He's not controlling, but he also won't keep you well informed or involve you in decisions. This can leave you feeling left out or unsure about finances.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think that housework isn't really his responsibility and may quietly expect you to handle most of it. He won't argue or demand, but he also won't step up to share the load. Don't count on him to notice what needs to be done or take the lead at home.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to watch from the side or just give suggestions instead of actually doing the chores or changing diapers. When it comes to real hands on help, you'll find him making excuses, getting distracted, or disappearing altogether. He might say he'll help, but in reality, most of the work will fall on you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He rarely tries to understand your side. Instead, if you disagree, he's more likely to argue or get defensive, mainly to avoid feeling blamed or uncomfortable. He might interrupt, change the topic, or just shut down rather than really listening to you.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can easily lose his temper and say hurtful things or act in a harsh way. Instead of staying respectful, you might see him snap, raise his voice, or use cutting words that sting for days. It's not just small arguments. His reactions can leave you feeling sad, anxious, or scared.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, sometimes over small things. His sudden outbursts can make you feel worried or unsafe, and they rarely lead to healthy solutions. This is a serious red flag, not something you should ignore or hope will change with time.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and take responsibility when he's wrong. Most of the time, he'll try to shift the blame onto you or come up with excuses instead of admitting his mistake. This can leave you feeling hurt and unheard and make small problems grow bigger over time.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He often struggles to respect boundaries, especially when he's upset or wants things his way. He may push or ignore your no, hoping you'll give in instead of truly listening and stopping right away. This is not safe or healthy in any relationship.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may feel hurt or rejected even if it has nothing to do with him. Over time, this can make it hard for you to speak up or feel comfortable.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. When there's a fight or he feels upset, he might bring up things you shared in confidence or use past intimate moments to make you feel small or embarrassed. This can leave you feeling unsafe and worried about opening up.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not be fully loyal in a relationship. He doesn't put much effort into building deep emotional connections, so when things get tough or boring at home, his attention can wander. You might notice him flirting, being distant, or hiding things from you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be overpossessive, acting jealous, and sometimes controlling or suspicious. He might question who you talk to, check up on your whereabouts, or get uncomfortable with your friendships and personal choices. This attitude isn't healthy and may lead to arguments, restrictions, or even emotional pressure.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, Being protective often means he's actually controlling. He may say he wants what's best for you or tries to keep you safe, but his actions cross the line into deciding what you can or cannot do. This kind of care isn't about love, but about power.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. You'll find him stepping back and leaving you to handle the daily routines, problem solving, and emotional needs of the children. Over time, you may feel more like a single parent than part of a team.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper quickly rather than stay calm. His patience is short, and small problems or noisy situations can easily frustrate him. This kind of reaction can make children scared or hesitant to come to him with their worries.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. Most of the time, he expects you to take care of home and family without much help or praise. You might feel overlooked, exhausted, and alone trying to balance work, children, and your own life.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem okay with your career at first, but could later ask or expect you to quit once you have a child. He isn't deeply supportive of your independence and usually assumes household and parenting jobs are mainly your responsibility. If keeping your own identity and career is important, be careful. You could end up feeling trapped or resentful later on.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is unlikely to treat your parents with real warmth. Most of the time, he may only act polite on the surface, speaking when needed but not showing genuine care or trying to build a strong bond. His interest in your family will be minimal and mainly out of duty, not true affection. He's not the kind of man who will make much effort to adjust to your family.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He doesn't have much patience for messy or emotional situations, so he might react with anger, sharp words, or by pulling away completely. Instead of helping to ease tension or build peace, his actions can add to your stress and leave you feeling caught in the middle.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. While he may not say this openly right now, his real expectations often come out during family gatherings or special occasions. If living freely and being yourself matters to you, this double standard could make you feel restricted and unhappy over time.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even quietly side with them instead of supporting you. He doesn't handle conflict well, and when faced with family drama, he tends to avoid getting involved or standing by your side. You deserve a partner who stands up for you, but with him, you may often feel let down.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to be a mummy's boy and will rarely choose your side in a conflict with his mother. His natural reaction is to avoid problems and keep peace at home, even if it means not standing up for you. This can make you feel unsupported and frustrated, especially when you need him the most.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He may run to them for support or advice instead of trying to work things out with you directly. This can make you feel exposed, betrayed, or like there's no real privacy in your marriage.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel lonely and tiring. You'll likely find yourself carrying most of the responsibilities on your own, whether at home with kids or even with family matters.